In today's video, we're going to look at how you can leverage YouTubers to repurpose their content and make you some money. Let's get into it, shall we? So the idea with this is very simple, and that is that you contact YouTubers by using a mail software or something like that, so you can contact them in bulk, but it also seems personal, and you basically offer them a service that you can take their content, their long form content, and change it into shorts. Now, is it a quick and fast way of making money? Probably not that quick, but it's something that if you get in there with the right YouTuber, you can regularly get work from them, and therefore in the long run, it could be quite good for you. And at the end, shorts are only 1 minute long. So that means that if you charge them, you know, even like $2 or $3 for a 1 minute long video, if you send them 10 of them that they can put up as shorts, then that gives you, you know, $30 essentially straight away. So you've got $30 there, and that is like a, you know, you could do that every day or whatever. Every time they have a long form video, you could purpose it into shorts, and then they can upload them, and the more shorts they upload, the more chance they got more people coming to their channel, and therefore they will be interested in that. Now, I'm not saying you should charge $3, by the way. I'm just saying that as an example. So anyway, you charge what you want, and you decide depending on how much work you do. So the first thing you need to do, and as I said in all of these videos, like the one before about the subtitling, is that you need to get them on your side. You need to get the YouTubers to know what you do and like what you do in order for you to be able to, you know, literally get them on your side. And the best way to do this is to send them a sample of what you do. So therefore, your best bet is to go to a YouTuber that you like, one of your favorite YouTubers, as I said before in another video, not too popular, but not too like sort of over 1,000 subscribers at least, so they're monetized, so therefore they feel like it's worth spending the money, and not more than, I would say, 10 or 20,000. So that way you're growing the channel with them rather than trying to start off in the big leagues. However, you know, people in the big leagues have probably already getting people who are doing this already. So, you know, the choice is yours. But in this case, you've got to try and find yourself somebody that is going to regularly use you. Simple as that, really. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to get the person's video. Now, in this case, I'm just going to go to a video that popped up on my YouTube. All you do is you copy the URL up here, and then you simply copy and paste into a YouTube downloader. And you can get one of these by simply searching on Google for YouTube downloader. You hit start, and then you'll see it'll actually convert it, and therefore it will give you a link to copy. So therefore you've got the 128 one, or you've got the, you know, any of these basically, and I would just say get link. It will give me a link, and then I will be able to download it. So I will leave these details in the comments below. Okay, so once we've got those details, or once we've got that video, we're going to go over to CapCut.com, and depending on if you've got a Mac or Windows, and you're going to download the editor so that way you've got it on your desktop and you can start editing the videos. Okay, so while you're waiting for CapCut to download, the best thing to do is go over to the font, and you want to search for the bold font, because we're going to be using the bold font in order to be able to make those captions a bit like Grant Cardone, or you know, other people who use the same kind of fast, big bold font in order to do it. So the bold font is what you want. You click on download. It's completely license free. You don't need any license for it or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. And then once you've downloaded it, obviously you just go to your folder where it is, and then you just right click it just here, and then you can install it by simply right clicking here, and when it comes up, then you go with install for all users, and then once you've installed it, you're ready to go basically. And then when you open up CapCut, then you'll find the font in there. Now, if you do install it while you've got CapCut open, for example, then you will have to restart CapCut in order for that to work. So just remember that. So when you're looking for it, if you can't find it and you've installed it, it might be because you had it open in the first place. But anyway, I digress. Let's go over to CapCut so we can see what to do. Okay, so once you've got CapCut open and you're all ready to go, I've loaded up some media just here. If you want to import, you just click this button to import. And all we're going to do is we're going to drag it onto the timeline, okay? Now remember, videos for YouTube Shorts only have to be 1 minute at the minimum or maximum. They can't be any longer than that. So therefore, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a cut. Let's go to about there. Why not indeed? And then all you do is you just hit on this little button here, and then you click on there, and you can cut it. Now the good thing about this is that not only is it it's completely free, but it's super easy to use as well, so you shouldn't have any issues with this whatsoever, and it'll be super quick as well, because we're going to use a feature that it has to generate the captions and everything for us, so we don't have to worry. So here we have the little bit of video. It's 58 seconds that I've got just there. All we have to do is go over to text. So I will click on text, and then you can see I've got the different add text, default effects, all that sort of stuff. The one we're looking for is auto captions. So therefore we will go to auto captions, click on English or whatever language it is, and then we will click on create, and then it will simply go through and create auto captions for those things. And then all you need to do is you just have to go through and just check that they're all okay. So that's the bit that's going to take the longest amount of time. In fact, the bit that's going to take the longest amount of time, apart from the generating the auto captions, which is already done now, is the fact that you're going to have to go through the long form content to pick out these little bits that you think might be good. Remember, they've only got to be a minute long, but if I was you, I would only do one of them for a tester for somebody, and then only edit content that they're actually paying you to do. Otherwise, obviously, you'll be wasting your time. But you want to choose something that, you know, refers to the niche that they're talking about, or just something in general that's pretty cool, maybe a joke or something like that, or whatever it is that you're going to caption, so that way you're picking out bits in the long form content that are actually needed, essentially. So therefore, now you've got your auto captions and you've got your piece of film that you're going to use. Go over to here, and where it says original, you're just going to change that to 16 by 9. No, sorry, not 16 by 9. Let's click on that again. We'll change it to the original, and you're going to look for the TikTok version, which is 9 by 16. I beg your pardon. There we go. And you can see it actually makes it smaller and puts it in the middle there, and obviously the captions are now down the bottom. Well, you don't want that, because that's going to look pretty stupid on a camera. So this is why I told you to make sure that you try to choose somebody that is talking face front to the camera, and they're not moving around too much or anything like that. And it doesn't really matter too much, but the reason for that is because now you're going to make it a little bit bigger. So therefore we're going to blow it up like that and move it over just slightly. So there you see. So now if I was just literally talking to the camera, this is a bit of a bad example because I'm showing a product here, but you can also do things where you cut it and then you zoom in on the product when I'm talking about the product or something like that. So you can easily do that. So you could like move it over like that, so then it's only talking about the product, and then move it back again. And you can do all this in CapCut by simply just cutting where the video is, moving it to that position, then cutting again, so it'll kind of do like a jump cut and move it back and forth. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the video text, so you can make it like a Grant Cardone video essentially. So therefore, now you've got it the right size that you need it to be, and you've got your subtitles up here. You can see them just here. All you got to do is click on them. Now you want to find in the text there, you can see if you don't want to apply it to all, which in this case you do because you want to do it fast, but if you don't want to apply it to all, you can do individual ones by simply clicking this button. So in this case we'll have apply to all, and then we're going to look for the font. So in this case we're going to look for the bold font. So all we do is we click on the font where it is over here, and we can change the size by moving this up and down. So let's change this to 12. Why not? Let's make it a bit bigger. So you can see it's already bigger and looks a little bit nicer. And then we want to change this font. So we want to change it to the bold font. So in this case, we will just move down like this. Let's have a look here. Got to try and find the bold font.
A few moments later.
Okay, so here we have it here. This is the bold font. So you click on that, and now you can see, in fact, let's make it a little bit bigger as well. And you can do that by dragging the font size here. So there we go. I think that looks a bit better, doesn't it? 21 thing, and you can move it up by simply clicking on it and dragging it along like this. Let's move that to there like that, and then we click on it and move it up ever so slightly around about there, and I think that's it. So now when you play that video, so let's play it from the start. If you were to play it, you would see that all of the font, there you go, in today's video. Now this is what you're going to do, blah 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 blah. Now these are a little bit too big, these subtitles, so what we would do is we would go in and we would change them ever so slightly, so when you're talking they are smaller and quicker. So in this case, we've got a long sentence just here. So therefore we highlight that, we click on the button just here, and that means we can now take this. If we go up the top here, we say it means not only do, let's cut that there. So that way that's that. And then here we can put up to do. So not only do, there we go. So not only, so therefore it will be here. And now this is a powered USB hub, which means that not only do you plug it into your USB, there you go. So it makes it a little bit better. So if you've got, if it's too big and you want it to be big, or you can also make it smaller as well, depending on what you want to do. But it's nice to have like just a couple of sentences that you can just, that just click through fast, basically. And then what you want to do once you've done that is you want to go through and you want to untick the apply to all, and you just want to maybe highlight some lines. For instance, you might highlight this line here only. That one, that not, highlight that, and then you can change the color to yellow, for example. Like that, you see? And now it means you've got that kind of writing and that kind of style that they have when they're doing the, quite fast YouTube videos. Okay, now if you want to add some cool things into it, like, like little emojis or something, you go over to Emojipedia and you search for something. In this case, I search for watermelon. And then what you do is you go down to the picture, you just right click it, and then you would say open image in new tab. And then once you basically open that image in a new tab, it's actually a PNG. So therefore you can then just copy that or just save that, and then you can drag that into CapCut. So therefore, let's save this image as a PNG. So once you've got your PNG file, then you just go back over to CapCut, and then you simply add it into your import. So you click on import, you add it into there, and then you just drag and drop where you want it to go, basically. Simple as that, and that puts that in a space. As you can see, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, whatever you want to do. So therefore, let's put it here like this. We'll put it on this timeline, and then you can then drag it like this, so it's not up on the screen as long. And there you go. Now, for instance, if you wanted to do something else with it, you could take this, you highlight your text here. You could maybe create this one, different color. Again, very quickly, let's just create it as, I don't know, let's go with red. And then this one we've got here, we can go that one in yellow. So therefore you can see the different looks you can do, but not only that, you can also do some cool things with it as well. So let's double click on there once again to get the text details up. You can see just here you can actually rotate it, so therefore you can rotate the text as well. So you can put it like that, which gives it a little bit of a, it's better when it's just one line, that, but if you want to do, you can put that, and that it just gives it a little bit of a jolt to people sometimes, because they'll be reading the text and then all of a sudden they've got to, they've got to see it a different way. It gives it a little bit of a jolt, and it gives it more of a thing. But anyway, so basically you would do that to your 1 minute video, putting in emojis, or if you wanted to get extra things, you could go to Canva and check on there, or you can go to Pexels or Pixabay, and you can go to all these places and get free emojis or free pictures that you could use, and basically make your thing look good. Put some money floating around if it's about money, whatever you want to do, and you basically do that. So it's a dynamic and it's a quick video. Then you save that video, and then you move on to the next phase. Okay, so the next part of the phases is very, very simple, and that is you go over to ChatGTP, again using the AI, and you say, write me a cold email for sending to YouTubers trying to ask if they want an editor to repurpose their long form content into shorts. It will then write you an email to these YouTubers, which you can basically just copy and paste into your email system. So now all you have to do, now that you've got the video, is find the details of the YouTuber, and you can do that by going into their About Me profile and clicking on and getting their email address, or if you've got some kind of way of getting the scrapings of different YouTubers, and then you make a video for each and individual one. Then you want to use a software to send it out, or you can send out individual emails, because at the end of the day you are going to be using your time to create a demo video. The great thing about this is that you're more likely to get more clients, and the reason is because you're sending them a demo of a video that you've already done that is ready for them to upload straight away. And if it becomes becomes like a viral video, then that means that they're getting something out of it straight away as well. And of course, monetizing is now coming in for YouTube Shorts, so more people want to start doing it, but more people can't be bothered to go through their old content and look for ways to try and find new information about it. So if you can get in on the hype and you can get doing it, then you can make a lot of money and you can become a professional editor because of the fact that you've got the tools to be able to do it. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.